Hello everybody, welcome to the show. I'm SM Sith Lord and it is the build stream happening right now. This is going to be a fun stream because it's kind of like a 3D modeling contest where I'm on a time limit for the stream and I'm going to try to recreate what I see in a picture, and I've already picked out the picture that I want to make. This awesome house, because check it out. It has lots of cool windows, cool lighting. It has a garage right up front to park your car in. And I can even do the front with the bushes and all that. So I'm going to try to create this cool modern house here. I looked at a bunch of other things that I considered. But I landed on this thing. This one I like a lot too. However, this is a facade, this voxel art thing here. But this is actual architecture that you'll be able to go in there. There'll be a TV screen up there. There could be a bedroom upstairs, all kinds of good stuff. So let's recreate this. Now, before I can do it, I kind of have to plot it out in my mind how the inside looks, and I have to consider if this is going to need like an extra expansion or something on it to justify it being on a large parcel like I'm building it on right here. And where do I want the door to be? Okay, so I think I'm holding up my fingers like I'm trying to look at a camera view, you know, like a director. Like, where am I going to put this? And I think I know where. I want the backdrop to be the river. And for that to happen, I would need it right about here. Okay. Now, that means that the garage would be right there. Like this. Exactly like this. Okay, now let's do some sizing out here. First of all, we'll get some kind of foundation in there, which we'll resize in a moment. We'll just make it a solid white slab right now. We'll throw a door on there for scale. That's a tiny slab, is it? We'll also put some furniture in there this time, like a bed, because I was talking about a bedroom, and a couch. All right. The door isn't going to be in that position, but I'm still getting the scale out here. So I want the garage doors scale now, and I'm going to make a box for the size of the car that I want to be able to fit in it. Turned on this button here turns on the day-night system, so you see the shadows are actually crawling across everything, which makes it pretty interesting because you get to see what you're building in various lighting conditions while it's being built. And next time the sun goes down, hopefully I have enough positioned so I can put a light into there and see how it looks, lighting everything up in dark time. You know what? I've never done it before, but maybe I should just let it roll with the day-night cycle and count how many Somnium space days it takes me to build this. Well, we're going to start with doing that because I want it to see the sun going right now. But we're sizing the garage door. This build is going to have a pretty interesting foundation too. It's multiple levels here. Pick the right color for my door, which doesn't matter too much right now. So I should just roll with anything. I'll go with that. Okay, the door, hey, the sun's going down. The door is going to be propped open somewhat, but I'm going to make a placeholder of it full size, so I make sure that it's the right size when it's closed. Let me put a light in here. This has nice yellowish orange lights, so let's put a nice yellowish orange light into here. Okay, now how tall is this whole house going to be? A little bit taller than this piece here, I think. Yeah. Means that the garage, if it's going almost to the top, would be also a little bit taller than this piece, not much. Now it's starting to look about right. Maybe a little bit taller, maybe it's too wide. Now, how big is this car that's going in here? Let's make a shape for the car. How about I make the car a neon for now, since it's just temporary anyway. There we go. That should be about right for a nice big car. Alright. Okay. Looking good. Actually, this garage could be a little bit bigger. Because you'll notice when it rolls up, there's no other walls. Like this whole side of the room rolls up. So let's make sure that it's nice and wide. Okay, so how about these foundations? Let's make something happen there. We're going to have concrete foundations here. Let's click a little bit faster like it's a contest. I like to try to make how fast I can click the bottleneck with how much I can get done in graphics programs like this. Now, if I do this right, I could build multiple things on this single parcel. And I'm not even going to try to take up all the parcel credits in this one structure, because if I have 200, 300 parcel credits left over at the end, I can make an entire other building, like a neighbor next to it in some open space. So that's how I'm approaching the parcel limit here, because this is an extra large parcel. Okay, so this driveway goes out there. And then we have a few things working on this other foundation. This car is a little large, I think. That's probably more like it. And this room over here is not anywhere near as big. It needs to be a little bit, well, maybe it is about the right size. It has to be about the same size as the garage, but moved over one space. It is a little bit bigger than the garage. Inside, we don't have too much room, but we do have some room, and we do have another room next to it, so maybe it's all right. Let's see. Let's start building the foundation for the entryway here. Let's go ahead and use these concrete blocks still. So this one is lower. Here, let's get a measurement block out here. Let's make this one. Nope. It's not good either. I'm trying to find the perfect step size. Is that it? That could be, no, that's still a little bit too big. How about 0.25? That'll be it. There's a step size. That is a pretty big step, is it? No, it's not that big. All right, we'll roll with that as one step. And if that's one step, then this should be one step above there. There we go. And then over here, how are we looking with this? The elevation. The elevation here comes out a little bit, and then this is up one step over here. If this door was over here, we'd need a lot of room. Let's make sure to put a lot of room over here. The sun's going down again. I think this is the second Somnium day that I'm working on this. This would be a little bit smaller, like so. This is probably more than one step, but that's fine. I could put a cool little middle step in there that will make it look really cool and solve the issue of a big step. Now this is pretty weird how the porch area goes around. Let me think here. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Let's make this thing out here. Ah.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right.
Do we have any big pavers? I think that we do. No, those aren't pavers. I suppose it's more like tiles, isn't it? These are almost the right color tiles. Oh, yeah, they're pretty close.
If it's an accident, there's an error that feels good, then you leave it in. You know, you want those. It's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right.
How am I going to deal with the elevation change here? I'm thinking. I like this elevation, but it's no good there. So maybe if we just move it away from the street some more. Well, I could just lower it instead of moving it away from the street. That would be better. All right, let's just roll with that for now.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate. not about getting all the errors out. It's about getting it to do it.
Oops. Let's make a foundation for these flowers, a flower bed for them to rest in. Well, I guess they're not flowers, they're plants. But now they got a bed for them.
If it's an accident that's an error that feels good, then you leave it in. You know, you want those.
It's pretty good. However, I want this fence to go all the way to where the driveway is. Make sure they all fit. If you have a through medium-sized parcels at the waterfront, you're looking for someone to build a rare Pepe museum. Well, that's a pretty interesting specific idea. I only do a build once a week. However, if you get into the Discord and you there's a hire a builder stream, there's a lot of people that do builds. I do builds inside of the builder like this. However, there's also something called the Unity a world building API, and with that you can use stuff like Blender and all the stuff in Unity for like material shaders and do some really cool ultra unique stuff. So there's a couple different options for how to build the rare Pepe museum. But if you ask in the Discord, hire a builder, I bet some of them will pop up, make themselves known. Yeah, well, the builder is cool because you don't have to know much to do it. So let's say that this was your parcel and you were in the builder yourself and you wanted to put something in there. You just got to get your meme from something like Giphy. We'll just do a generic frog. That one's cool. Oh wait, no, that was Michigan J Frog. Wow. You copy the image and then you paste it in there. I actually built a museum around Gabe N, the whole Gabe N meme. It was the Gabe N meme museum where he had the halo and he looked like God and everything. It's actually still in there. So I built a whole shrine around a meme, which sounds a little bit like what you're going for. So you get your meme in there, and then it's all about building, positioning the shapes around it. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm doing it in an extremely detailed way because I'm trying to replicate this image. But it's still, in the end, just putting blocks and stretching them around. Well, I'm no longer counting the Somnium days that it's taken me to build this because I clicked the button, I controlled time. Okay, foundation is looking good enough to click save, even though I just have the little intro foundation here. The whole house is supposed to be shifted over to the left, and I was trying to rotate that image, but it's just a picture. So straight shot through the intro, through the entrance area, shouldn't see any of the house. Here, you see my little intro area, my entrance area. So, let me get this ready to move over. That'll do it. Let's look at the models of fences. So I am going to throw a fence into here. So nice. Looking good. If this were my house, I would definitely have a row of trees over here. So let's put a row of trees over here. Now I should rotate these each to be a little unique and scale them to be a little bit different sizes so they're not so perfect, and I will do a little bit of that. Let's rotate that one and scale. Actually, I think I'll do all of that. Hey, all right. Still doing the foundation. I think after I get the foundation in there, the rest is actually going to come together pretty quickly. But the foundation is super important. That's why they call it the foundation. Adjust the height again. We'll just have some of this artificial turf instead of that messy real grass. We're a modern house here, man. We don't need all those orgos leaving their biomatter all over the place, like leaves and branches. Okay, it's looking good. Am I done with the foundation? Not quite. Almost, though. .13. Hey. Using those little blocks as spacers and just flying my camera inside of other blocks to make sure I didn't leave any hidden in there. We're looking good. Okay. This should go all the way out, probably. And over here, I can't see this part, so I'm gonna make believe that, oh, there's these little stones here, these little circular stones. That's what's going on over here. So you could walk from the driveway to the other pathway without getting your feet muddy in this fake grass. This needs to be bigger now. That'll do it. There. Hopefully you can get your car over that. Let me try to straighten it out a little bit just in case it's too steep. There. That looks like you can get a car up it. Over here I'm going to add a little step. I might as well do that right now. All right. We have a big old retaining wall over here on the other side of the driveway that looks like it goes pretty tight up against the house after maybe just a little curb. So let's try to get that in there. Goes about halfway up, so let's make it like that. Okay. Now, I don't know how they would have big old giant trees in front of the garage. I don't think that's a garage in this picture. Now that I'm looking at it, there's like weird steps leading into it. What's that about? So we'll adapt that side of the thing a little bit. Okay, looking good so far. Now let's finish the interior foundations, and then I'll be ready to make the walls. get the width of these walls set in stone, so to speak.
I think "Eat Fresh" is a great slogan. They managed to convince an entire continent, if not the globe, that eating a foot of bread was somehow good.
Put a TV on the wall. Now, I usually don't spawn TVs. I don't even remember what category they're in because I usually just spawn videos as media. But if I go to furniture, there's TVs. There we go. Abstract art. Okay, I think this is working. I think this sizes is working out. I had to put some furniture in here to be sure. Put a few more plants. Okay, and then there would be some kind of pathway going around the back here. Then there would be the step into the living room, that's fine. But at some point we need stairs going up. We need that point to be real soon. 2 clicks there, which is I think 10 degrees is the max you can get. Comfortably walking upstairs. There, that's looking good. Okay, so if that's going up there, now the door to go from the garage into the house does not need to be right here. It could be back here. All right, click save here. It is coming along. Not very easily, but it is coming along. I'm gonna need some kind of big fence in the back, but I'll worry about that later. I'm still looking at the front here. At the front here, we have a pane of glass. The front bottom story, we have the pane of glass, which is mostly clear. I guess I'll make it a silver color. One does not simply walk into the living room, even though one does simply see into the living room, sees into the living room. You don't have to walk around to get in. That's okay, that's by design. I might like blue glass. Oh no, the blue doesn't look good at all, does it? Not with all the orange that's going on. And I'll add a frame around that later. Now the door on the left I think is just going to be open for you to walk through. It's not going to have an actual door. But now let's think of the top up here. The top extends further than the bottom. Also a little bit taller than the bottom. And it even extends over the ledge a little bit, like so. There's a very weird patio thing going on here. Not sure how important it is that I replicate all of it, reproduce all of it, but I am reproducing quite a fair amount of it, just because it's interesting me. Wow, I could actually leave the door in here. I thought I was going to have to take the door out. The door can probably stay. Okay, there's our entrance. We're keeping the door. Excellent. Let's put, okay, we have the ramp for the stairs. We don't have a back wall yet. Let's make the back wall.
In a writer, I'm looking for somebody who brings everything to the table. You know, who brings the heart, who brings their vision, and particularly who bring their brain to the table. So that they're aware of what they're doing and they're making conscious choices. I don't have a lot of patience for people who feel like they're downloading from the cosmos. You know, just like, that's how it came out. Okay, great. Now let's make it better. But, you know, just writing from a place of understanding rather than from a place of fear. Where you're just grateful for any idea that comes along. And you don't want to change it because you don't know how.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not about the ideas, it's about how you support the ideas.
What color carpet does this thing have? Thinking maybe it has pink carpet. Let's make, excuse me, let's make the white wall kind of flow into the step here. Huzzah! Blake, how's it going? Yeah, so I think if I take a shape and I make it a pyramid type deal, I can get it where I need it.
Any of these kind of video game terms. None of that matters if you can't write music well. So the first thing for me is always learning your craft. And it doesn't matter where the music is going ultimately. This is when it's in your head and you're still thinking about it. You've got to know how to basically see it through completion practically on your own these days and have it stand on its own with everything else that's out there.
Well, that's a problem. I don't want the pink carpet to go all the way to the outside. So let me adjust this some. Have to make this just the right size. And then I'll change it back to concrete, which is that one. But to make it complete, I need to move this one in and resize it as well.
It really comes down to what's in your head and what's in here, what's in your heart. And those two things are what make the best video game music, in my opinion. Because I'm not really talking about video game music, I'm just talking about music.
There we go. Okay, so you come in here, we got nice carpet. We got a way upstairs. We do not have a door leading into this passageway back here yet, but let's finish what the structure's looking like from the outside. It's looking pretty neat. Have about 20 or 30 minutes left in the build stream here.
I don't think that's necessarily something you learn in school or something you learn from reading a book or watching YouTube videos or anything. I think that's more something you learn.
So this thing doesn't even go all the way over the garage, I'm seeing. Almost does, but not quite. So maybe more like this. But ours is going to go all the way over the garage. try to repeatedly bisect this thing until we have it chopped up into roughly equal sizes. Okay, so that's one option for us, to have all those things. Now, there's only 4 things in this one. Ours would have a whole lot. We could have fewer if we removed every other one of these, like so. I like that better. Let's go with that. Now we have 4 also. It's just that ours are a bit wider, quite a bit wider than the ones in the original image. All right, looking good. This one actually comes out further than the others. I did not notice that until just now. Alright, so we're using the yellow glass over there also. Seems to be working out so far. And we only have to complete a good portion of the house for it to be done. We don't have a back. We don't have the rest of the top. the upstairs and some of the downstairs here. So let's focus on the downstairs. Not sure if we'll get this one completely finished in one build. We might be returning to this one next week to finish it off. But I want to at least get the bottom story looking good and the top aesthetically looking good from the outside at least. Let's get some more furniture in up here.
Tiny flames will dance across the darkness.
Whoa, there's a crack in the building here. How did that happen? Would be cool to add some windows out here too. Eventually, but I'm just trying to patch things up here for this session. Make it look good before it goes on break. Mike, yeah, The Sims is house building. Love building houses. I don't play much Sims, but when I do, it's actually not building houses. I've seen other people build houses in it. That's why I know it's about building houses, a big part of it. When I play The Sims, that just doesn't happen at all. I can't recall ever playing The Sims for longer than 2 minutes trying to find my friend's house and being disappointed when I realized that it wasn't as easy as immediately joining my friend's house. They wanted me to create a household or something, and I just gave up. It looks cool though when I watch other people play it. Excuse me. Okay. This little block here, we don't need it. Coming over here. We're almost fully attached now in the back here. Almost there. Got to center this up a little bit now. Shrink it down. I gotta make this thing fancy out here. I just realized. For good reason, actually. This doesn't need to be that long. I wonder if I can achieve what I have in mind here. Might be a bit of a challenge. Yeah, I can't achieve what I have in mind. Let's go back. Go back to here. Okay.
And I think most people are creative in one way or the other. A lot of people feel like they have a
Let's make this happen instead.
TV show idea. And you can sit around and talk about that all you want. But until it is actually reality, it doesn't count. You know, I mean, when I was younger, I don't know how many songs I had, but never quite finished, and never finished recording, or never even started recording, and no one knows that those songs existed. So it kind of doesn't count until you finish it and then put it out into the world. Now, I'm not saying put crap out into the world, but there comes a time when finishing and moving on, I think, is vital. Otherwise, you're just holding on to all of these old works. And I think if you want to grow as any sort of creative person, you need to finish things. That cliche of art
Hey.
finished, it's abandoned. Yes, it can always be better. But you have to finish and you have to put it out, because otherwise you're just the guy talking about your art and you're not the guy doing it. You get better by doing it, finishing it, learning from that process, and moving on to the next thing.
Hey. Hey, we're sealed off now. Our heating bill won't be insane. We don't have any giant holes. Okay, so let's take inventory of what we got. We're gonna have to be wrapping up the stream soon, but we're in good shape to do that now. Might have to add some more skylights for the lighting situation eventually. And I can't have so many lights in the end. But for now, we're looking good.
And the day after that. And the day after that. And the day after that. I guess we all have future pants. They're pants we're going to wear tomorrow. And the next day. And the day after that.
Plants. Let's get a different kind of plant up here. Looking good. We have some interesting handrails that I could use here. Cool. Here's the timeout chair. Okay, so I'm going to bookmark this picture because next time I want to come back and add in a lot of these wooden frames around things and adjust the lighting, take out a lot of the lights, put actual media in there, good stuff like that. But for today, this is going to be the end of the build stream. Be sure to check me out next week right here, twitch.tv/Somnium Space, where I will be completing this build here. And after I optimize it, maybe I'll build something else on the same parcel. Who knows? Because I kind of only used half of it here. All right, gonna save this here, upload it, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for tuning in. GG.